Hi everybody, welcome to Aimee Nolte Music. Earlier today I taught a lesson to my friend and student Brenda Martin. She came over to my house, and I know we've got one other video with Brenda Martin where we talk about blues, and that was at her house, but today she came right over here to the hot seat and we had a great lesson together. Now it's a long lesson. We were there for an hour and I've chopped it up, but it's still about 40 minutes long. So I've done something for you. I mean, you know, it's not for the faint of heart. We talk about a lot of things. And if you can handle it, I mean, you might be able to handle it. If maybe you got the stuff that superheroes are made of. Let's see if you do. Then you can handle the whole 40 minutes. If maybe your attention span isn't so great, I've broken it down for you a little bit in the description of this video. So go down underneath the video to the description, and I have timestamps that tell you the things that Brenda and I discussed. For example, we do some really fun warm-up games, singing and playing piano, which is one cool thing about Brenda. She does both. That makes for a really fun lesson for me anyway. And then we hop into the tune that we worked on the whole time today, All or Nothing at All. There's a point where we talk about playing in a 2-feel with a bass line. We talk about playing thirds and sevens. We talk about playing fills. We talk about playing what's inside of you instead of just reading from the page. At the end, we talk about modal playing, and we make an arrangement based all on the Aeolian mode, which is pretty fun. And I even pull out some cajon brushes, and we do like a little performance at the end. It's fun. I hope you have a good time watching it. Brenda's wonderful for letting me video our lesson. So thank you so much to Brenda for that. I hope you enjoy it. Here's my lesson with Brenda. I thought we might start with some major scales.
Some major scales. What major scale do you want to see?
I want to start with C major, and I want to play them through the circle of fifths for a while and try to do some fun things with them.
Do you want them in a rhythm or anything?
No, you just play them nice and standard, the way that you might normally practice. And and I'll add something fun on top of them that I don't know what it'll be yet, and then we'll switch.
Okay. And how many octaves? Just 2?
Yeah, let's do 2.
Okay.
Go ahead, you start.
There?
Yeah.
Let's see. Switch, and you do whatever you want. It doesn't even matter, as long as you're playing 8th notes like me. Oh, really? Okay, so
we'll end on E, A flat.
So ended on A flat.
E flat coming up.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Fun warm-up. Okay, next warm-up. I want us to sing something together, and we don't know what it's gonna be, and don't get scared. Don't get scared.
Crank it up.
And what we're gonna do is we're both gonna start on the same note, and we'll just sing on Da, and we're gonna meander around, both of us, at the same time, and then we're gonna end. We're not going to go too long, maybe 8 bars, maybe 16 bars, and it doesn't have to be in time either. It can be rubato and free. And then when we end, we'll each be on a note, and we'll each touch our note. We'll see if we can do it. I don't know if we can.
All right, so
all right, let's
start it too high.
Let's start, how about D flat?
between those two notes.
We were. Microtones. Not on purpose. Cool. And now let's do something in time.
Okay.
You're doing great. It's fun. Let's start in E flat. Like Latin 3. Counterpoint. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing, playing the piano.
Okay.
You wanna scoot on my bench?
Oh, you want me to play too?
Yeah. And I'll take the pedal since I'm low.
All right. And what are we? We're just.
We don't know yet. Let's just go. Been working on. We talked about doing all or nothing at all, and you got a chart up here.
No, I'm trying to. No, I will say that what I did yesterday or a couple days ago, I picked it up from you when you were working with me on that blues lesson, and listening to you like doing the halftime,
the two feel,
the two feel.
Yeah.
No. So do you want to sing it while I play it, or do you want me to just play my solo piano? What do you want to do?
Whatever you want to do. What are we working on? We're working on a couple things, right?
Yeah.
Working on mostly you being able to accompany in different styles than you normally do. Is that right? Is that what you want?
Yeah. I could play it while I'm playing the melody, and you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So.
Can I ask why you played the melody for the first day and then you decided to improvise for the second day?
Because I was just not the. Usually, I was sort of giving you a taste of it. I started going into improv, and then kind of the melody went out. So.
Yeah. Okay. So here's something. Like I was thinking, and I think this might be right, that you probably did that because you wanted me to hear a little bit of how you play the melody, and then you were like, all right, she's heard that. Now let's just improvise.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing to consider is unless you tell me ahead of time that you're going to do that, it'll probably confuse me a little bit.
Okay.
So,
all right.
if you just hop into something ever and you're going to play it, if you start with the melody, you should stick with the melody for the whole form. Because we have to state like the whole thing. Like, even if
Right.
it's just you and me hanging out, like,
Okay.
usually we'll do that.
Okay.
Or you'll say, I'm just going to show you how I play the melody just over the first A, and then if it's okay, I'll improvise. And that way I know.
Do it again?
Yeah, and I'd like to keep hearing you play the melody. I think that's why I stopped you, because I kind of wanted to hear it again.
All right. Okay, so I can go. I can try to go through the whole form that way.
Let's start. Rather have nothing at all, and go into the bridge. Is that good? Here.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm sorry to stop, but
No, it's okay.
you know what I was doing yesterday? I had it so.
You had something and now you forgot it in the moment. Yeah, what was it? It's very common on this. It's a good idea. Yeah, tasty. Before I forget it. Felt good. I knew where the pulse was. Your swing feel gets better every time I hear you. Your main thing with your left hand over the D minor. Show me.
Or something like.
Yeah.
Just something like that.
Good. I'd like to hear it feel a little more relaxed.
Okay.
So. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just left hand. Just keep left hand. I think I'd like to hear it a little more aggressive at the beginning, and it fades out. Yeah. Just like your left hand. That sounds better when you're being your own trio, which is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And there isn't a snap or a brushes or bass player or anything. I think you want to sound. Your left hand is like in command.
Okay.
So it's your driver.
Okay.
And I want to make sure I like feel that as you're playing. So you go ahead and play your left hand. I'm just going to play the melody and drive me with your left hand.
All right.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your swing feel got a million times better when it's just your left hand. Like, I can't imagine me playing any better of a left hand than that. Like, that felt good.
Okay.
Really good. And what did it do to have you just play your left hand?
And that helped it to swing better. And it just gave it more.
Yeah. How about, yeah, it definitely did. How about creativity wise?
Oh, when I just do the left hand, I can create a little bit more. Because, when I was just doing it, I was just doing basically two things. So I was able to move around and get some more ideas.
Yeah. I tend to think that to have a very simple melody is a beautiful thing with a very creative driving left hand.
Okay.
So I think your chords are getting in the way of you playing this song really nice and swinging and relaxed. And I think that you don't need to worry about chords as much as you are, because the melody in the left hand kind of dictate the chords, and we can talk about how to bring them in.
Okay.
But for a second, let's try to make your left hand more like that and see if you can play them. I don't know if you can.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Let me give it a little intro.
And don't be afraid to give a little pedal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I would do it.
Hold on. sorry.
I feel like I'm doing a habanero.
There we go. Yeah, resist the urge. I want to show you a little something I never thought about before.
Okay.
You've got your pinky doing most of the work here, and I think it's because you've been playing chords under here.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Let's switch it to your middle finger.
All right. Okay.
Put that melody right in the center of your hand.
Oh, sorry.
Feels great. Yeah, the left hand's getting so much more creative. Yeah. Good.
When do you want me to do your quarter notes? It's almost we have to.
Yeah. This time, let's give some room for your left hand in the holes. You did it at least once. Let me show you for a sec. You mind standing up? Something like that. So your left hand kind of, it's like a give and take
Chromatic.
between the melody and your, and maybe chromatic, but also just the idea that in the places, all,
Yeah, there's a lot.
there's a lot of room. And you don't have to take advantage of it, but sometimes you can. There is no in between. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's great. Okay.
And let me sing the melody. Why not? One, because that's what you want to do anyway, and I think this would make a great accompaniment.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3. All or nothing at all. Half a love never appealed to me. If your love never could yield to me, then I'd rather have nothing at all. Now, you would need to add a little more because it's the next time. Just make your right hand a part of what your left hand's doing.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So you're not gonna play
Yeah, just gonna
chords. No chords. Just let your right hand be a part of your left hand. So
Oh. Oh yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Make sense?
Um,
Nothing at all. Oh, nothing at all. So nice. If it's love, there is no in between. Why give in for something that might have been? Well, I'd rather have nothing at all. you think?
I loved it.
You did so great. Like, and
just...
most people that I ask to do this kind of thing wouldn't be able to do it so easily. So it's really nice to teach you. But I have a feeling too that, you keep doing things that I think I would do myself, and so I think you've been watching a lot of my videos, and that's really nice.
I've been watching a lot of your videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I've been growing a lot from watching your videos.
Sometimes when I write to people and we're gonna have a Skype lesson, they'll say, what do I need to do in the meantime? And I kind of feel full of myself if I say, watch a lot of my videos. But it just helps me not to have to explain a lot of things that I've already explained. Yeah. So
I watch them all the time.
Oh, really nice.
Yes.
Thank you. That felt so good. Let's talk about the walking bass line part a little bit.
Okay.
How about that?
Do you want to sit down?
No.
Okay.
You're doing fine. Give me thirds and sevens only.
Okay.
With your right hand. Can you do it? Can you play all your thirds and sevens?
Yeah.
So show them to me. We got the C sharp.
Wait, where are we starting?
B. There you go. Okay, now next chord.
I hate the inharmonic spelling, and it's always just so
it's stupid to call it C sharp. Should call it D flat. Good.
And then it goes. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Wait, don't tell me. And then what?
That's fine. Yeah, it inharmonic again.
Okay.
That's too bad.
I hate this.
Almost.
Wait a minute. Oh, that was a major. But in the context of the song, I can do it better.
Okay.
Okay, all right. But now this one, well, that's fine, right? Because we know that it's the B flat.
Yeah. So try just with those.
And then I got this little passing.
Yeah. I only want to hear this kind of thing right on the bridge right now.
Okay,
I think. I want to hear that with the walking bass line, just with the thirds and sevens, and be really sparse and tasty with those thirds and sevens, not too strong. So that you just really light. Okay.
We're right.
And I'll just listen to you play over B. Yeah, please.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Okay. Would you mind singing the melody a little bit just to get me going?
Yeah, of course. And I can just sing anyway. 2, 3. Please don't put your lips so close to my cheek. Or I'll be lost beyond recall. Touching your hand, the thrill of your kiss makes me weak. But I might grow dizzy and fall. Alright, tell me what you think about that.
I like it. Sometimes I just need to practice finding thirds and sevenths more. It's so easier to find a chord than it is to find the third and seventh sometimes. But I've practiced through them all. I just have to occasionally review them.
Yeah, to me it's like if you have trouble with the thirds and sevens on it, then you need to cut out chords completely. It's just the first step, and I learned it backwards too. I was playing full chords all the time when I was beginning, and I learned that those guide tones are so important to have in your head.
Agree.
Let's sing them. I'll sing the top one and you sing the bottom one. And you just play me bass notes, and we'll just
on each chord.
Yeah. Next one. Yours stays the same. Good. Good. Play them if you need to.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, wait a minute.
I've got the E flat here. So
oh, you do? I was going down to it. Okay.
go back. There we go. We can go there. I took
Is that what you want?
yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
To the beginning.
Good.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, we can do it again. The thing that threw me for a loop. Well, from here you were on the A flat, and I was on the D flat. It's a B minor 7 chord.
B
flat, B flat minor 7 chord. So to go to the next place, for me, the closest note is this E.
Can I go up a half step?
So you go up a whole step
Wait a minute. Don't I go up a half step? Oh, you
to hit the F sharp 7 chord.
I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
that's right.
So we always want to be moving the littlest distance possible.
Yeah, I think I just, went to a minor chord for some reason. That's
okay. Yeah, let's try it again.
Do you want me down on the
F? If you can hit it, but if you'd rather sing the high note, you can.
Well, maybe for something different we could reverse it.
Okay. Good.
That's tricky.
It is tricky. That was great though. And so those are the kind of things that if you sing them sometimes, yeah, it'll help you to make those transitions. And just remember that you're like, oh yeah, I'm moving from this B flat minor to the F sharp 7, and when I sang it, I had to do this. Now you know. Like I don't know. It can to me, yeah. It just helps it click a little better.
Yes. Okay.
Cool.
Good. Good advice.
All right. So back to
Now do
you need to just practice that. I think you need to practice your thirds and sevens on that. But if we had staff paper instead of a lead sheet, I'd have you cheat, and I mean we'd have to write down all the chords.
Okay.
But I'd have you cheat and write out the thirds and sevens for today.
Oh,
so
I could probably try to
can.
pick them out. Yeah.
What time it is?
Okay. Right. Have to think about it.
Good. One time with no bass line, we'll keep in time. I'll sing and you'll just do thirds and sevens and the bass note. 2, 3, 4.
Wait.
I need my note.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Please don't put your lips so close to my cheek. Don't smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. The thrill of your hand, the touch of your cheek makes me weak, and I'm hurt, dizzy, and fall. Good. And you're walking bass line, but back at the bridge.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Please, 1, 2, 2, 3. Please don't put your lips so close to my cheek. Don't smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. The touch of your hand, the thrill of your kiss makes me weak, and I might grow dizzy and fall. And if I fell, good. What doing that'll do for you is, one thing is it'll give the vocalist freedom and room and not make he or she feel like you're stepping on him.
That's great.
That's one thing. But it's too simple, right? I mean, it's too simple. It's a good starting place. It's just a little simple. So I'd like to suggest you do the exact same thing, and in my long notes or rests, give me a tiny little fill with your right hand, a little melodic something.
Okay.
Yeah, try not to step on my toes, just sound melodic and beautiful.
Okay.
Don't think about it too much.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you'll know what to do when the time's right, I think.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. Please don't put your lips so close to my cheek. Yeah. Don't smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. The thrill of your touch makes me weak, and I might grow dizzy and fall. And if I fell, nice, not bad. I really liked your first one.
Yeah, and then I got.
And then your second one was a little wonky, but that's okay. You tried something. Play.
Again?
You know a ton of 2-5-1 licks, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Pick one and play it in that spot where it got wonky, or in this spot.
Well, I don't know if I have it memorized. I'll just do something else.
We'll work
I'll
it
just
out
do
for a
something
second.
else. Okay.
We'll
that's
work
fine.
it. I want to hear one of your 2-5-1 licks.
Okay.
You write really good ones.
Okay. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. A minute.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to orient yourself to the key. Perfect. That's it.
Okay. That's it. Wait.
Oh, keep that one. Keep it. Love it. All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Please don't put your lips so close to my cheek. Don't smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. Good. Yeah, good. And then let's talk about this one, this minor 2-5-1. This is a C half diminished to an F altered chord going to B flat minor. Do you know any minor 2-5-1 licks, or can we make one out?
Sure, sure. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Let's see, just a minute.
Actually, Brenda, I have an idea. Let's do this. Let me touch the piano for a second. There's our context. I'm going to sing a line.
Okay, just a minute. How does it go? Where are we in the...
We're here.
Right, then I'm in.
The melody doesn't matter.
And I'm like...
That's right. Maybe it matters to you. That's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to sing a nice 8th note line here.
You mean make something up?
Yeah, do it on 8th notes so that those each take up a beat. Those were good notes.
Oh.
Nice one. Okay, that's good. Good. Now when I sing it, you sing that fill in the spot. Good. Now this time you play it. Makes me weak. Here it is.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Let's go in.
Okay. Makes me weak. Yeah. Good. Why do you think I had you sing it?
Well, it's more natural if you sing it, it comes out of you.
Yeah.
It opens up the ideas. more.
That's it. It came out of you.
And it was connected a little bit to the melody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
How about if I sang and played a different one with that?
That would be
Okay,
great.
try it?
Yeah, but the idea is, if you're trying to think of a fill to play, sometimes if you just think, C half diminished, F7. Okay, I know those keys. You end up sounding so rote and robotic. Whereas if you just take the time, And in a setting like this, you can take the time
Okay.
to come up with it ahead of time. You just sing a little something.
Mhm.
Think, is that pretty? Do I like it? And
Okay.
and actually, you can take the time to say, I'm ending on the same note of Aimee singing on the melody. Da ba da 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 da, and I might, which isn't a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So you might think, oh, that's the melody note. Let me go down to da ba da 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 da, something like
Okay.
that.
Or
That's good too.
the other way.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in my, like, when I play, I'm sorry, we have people working on the house, there's hammers.
So,
But when I play and accompany myself, my goal these days is not to play one single thing that I didn't hear in my head first.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes I do a better job of it than others, but sometimes I'll finish a whole night of a gig and I'll go, I did it. And it
Cool.
feels amazing. And it just makes you be so, I don't know, cognitive and aware when you're playing. You're trying to think of pretty things that come from inside of you rather than things that you're just going to play because you see chords in front of you.
Got it.
You know how I told you that maybe we could do this rhythm?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to show you about that a little bit.
You want to play it?
Well, I wonder what you did with it, because I asked Brenda to play some kind of accompaniment with this rhythm. Ba 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 ba, and I don't know what she came up with.
You gonna sing with it?
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. All or nothing at all. Have love never appealed to me. I wanted to ask you if you'd try something for me and play an A pedal all the way through the whole D minor part.
Okay.
And then play this kind of a with it.
Oh yeah.
A pedal instead of a C pedal.
Oh.
It's gonna give it a darker feel.
Without a D? There's no D in there.
Doesn't need to be one. Yeah, it'll be okay.
Oh, what?
Something
Show
like
me
that.
again?
Yeah, that I wouldn't. We're gonna try to stay Aeolian in the key of D. So play. Go ahead and play your Aeolian scale in the key of D.
But then
So
there's
start on a D.
with a D natural, B natural, with a B natural in it, like Aeolian.
Yeah, well that means that your
Oh, wait a
first
minute. D Aeolian.
D Aeolian. So your first step will be a whole step. The different thing will be between the 5 and the 6. It'll be a half step.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
starting on D.
Wait. Like D, but starting here.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to start there. We're gonna start on D. But I mean, in your head, you start on D. You're in D Aeolian. So all you have to do is think of some nice, punchy kind of rhythm and chords that you can play that only use Aeolian notes in the key of D. In D Aeolian.
Because it's all just a D chord anyway.
Mm-hmm. So mess around with it a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, good. And give me the pedal. So you can, I like that. I like that thought of a dominant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you get there, do the same rhythm with that. That's beautiful.
Okay. All right.
Go back to the beginning. 2, 3, 4. Remember our rhythm.
You want to use that rhythm then?
That.
Okay.
Do dee da.
Okay.
Sing it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a little intro. Yeah. Keep it going. All or nothing at all. Let me stop it. Have you actually do this?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
to, where are they? Makes me want to pull out the brushes.
Cool.
1, 2,
'Love it.
That felt great.
That was fun. Thank you. That was what I was hoping for today. Soak up a little Aimee style.
I hope you liked it. I had a great time. Brenda, let's do it again. Don't forget to keep calm and freaking swing. I'll see you next time on Aimee Nolte Music.